Lines you should not cross. Ben woke up early on Monday morning and stayed still in his bed. The room felt quiet, but his mind was already moving too fast. The message from Saturday stayed strong in his head. It should be easier by now, he thought, but it never is. He remembered the moment very clearly, the bar, the low voices, and the sudden silence inside him. Everything had felt normal 1 second before it changed. I knew this would happen, he thought. I just hoped it would not be now. Ben reached for his phone and checked the screen again. There was nothing new, but that didn't help him relax. He already knew the message was not finished. They never say everything at once, he thought. They let fear do the work. He understood that it was only the beginning of something worse. That thought settled heavy in his chest. I hoped for more time, he thought, but hope never helps. Ben ran a small real estate and investment company in the city. On paper, it looked normal and very successful. He bought old properties and sold them later for profit. That part was always true, he thought, at least at the start. Banks trusted him, and clients smiled at meetings. Everything looked clean to people who did not ask questions. Some buildings were only tools for money. Some companies existed only on documents. I told myself it was temporary, he thought. I told myself I was in control. For a long time, that lie was easy to believe. Over time, control became only a memory. Ben stood up and made himself coffee in the kitchen. He drank it slowly, but the taste felt empty and wrong. I used to like mornings, he thought, before every day felt like a warning. His thoughts stayed with one name as he held the mug, a name from his past that never truly disappeared. Some things don't stay buried, he thought, no matter how deep you hide them. Emma woke up later, but her sleep felt broken. Monday light came through the window slowly. She listened to the street and the normal sounds. Cars passed and people went to work. The normal world felt strange to her. Her eyes moved toward the table without thinking. There was no envelope this morning. Still, she felt its presence in the room. Someone stood here, she thought. Someone watched me sleep. Emma sat up and held her arms close. Her life suddenly felt flat and small again. Days passed, but nothing ever really changed. Now change had arrived, but it was the wrong kind. I sell clothes and wait for evenings, she thought. Is this all I am? She walked to the window and looked outside. Her town looked calm, like it always had. That calm now felt like a lie. Her thoughts returned to Ben again. She did not invite them, but they came anyway. His quiet voice stayed in her memory. His warning stayed even stronger. Stay away, she thought. But stay away from what? Her mind moved back to the letter. The careful handwriting, the single sentence. She felt anger under the fear. If someone warns me, she thought, they know I might listen. Ben reached his office just after 9. The glass walls showed a clean, safe world. That world had nothing to do with reality. He closed the door and sat down slowly. His phone lay on the desk like a threat. He tried to answer emails and check numbers. His focus broke again and again. When the message came, he didn't jump. He expected it. "We need to meet today." Ben stared at the screen for several seconds. He knew there was no safe answer. Still, he typed one. Where? The reply came almost at once. The old place. His jaw tightened, but he didn't argue. Every road led back there sooner or later. Emma walked to work along the river as usual. The water moved slowly and looked peaceful. She wanted to feel calm, but could not. She checked shop windows and parked cars. She didn't know why she did it. The feeling of being watched did not leave. "I never noticed these things before," she thought. "Am I seeing better now?" At work, she smiled and helped customers. Her hands moved, but her thoughts wandered. During her break, she sat alone and waited. Her phone lay on the table in front of her. She thought about calling Daniel. She thought about calling Ben. Either choice changes something, she thought. Not choosing changes nothing. She remembered the letter again. Someone entered her home without noise. That person wanted her attention. People always leave traces, she thought. Nobody is perfect. Ben stood in front of the old building that afternoon. Its walls looked tired and forgotten. He stepped inside without stopping. A man waited there, calm and patient. He recognized him at once.
"You came faster than I expected, and that already tells me something."
I did not have many choices today, and you know that very well.
You always say that when problems start growing instead of shrinking.
Maybe the real problem is that things never really stopped growing.
Or maybe you stopped being careful and now you want excuses.
I was careful for a long time, but careful is never enough forever.
No, it is not, especially when you use your real name.
I kept my name clean for years, and I fixed what you asked.
You fixed money, Ben, but you forgot about attention.
I never wanted anyone innocent to get close to this.
Innocent people always get close, whether you want it or not.
She does not belong in this kind of world at all.
Neither did you when you first stepped inside it.
Then let me step out now and take her with me.
Nobody steps out clean, and you know that already.
I can still correct my mistakes if you let me.
You can still make things much worse if you try.
Then tell me clearly what you want from me.
I want silence, and I want you to stop asking questions.
Silence for how long?
For as long as we say so, not as long as you hope.
And if I refuse to stay silent?
Then she learns things you really want to protect her from.
You are using her to control me.
No, Ben, you opened that door yourself.
The man turned away after that. Ben stayed where he was and breathed slowly. I wanted to protect her, he thought, but I pulled her closer instead. Emma returned home when the sky grew dark, and her steps slowed near the door because something already felt wrong. She turned on the light and looked around the apartment, but nothing seemed broken or moved, even though her heart was beating too fast. She walked straight to the shelf and stopped with her hand in the air because the photo of her father was gone. In its place stood another picture where her father was not alone and a serious man stood next to them, both of them looking tense and alert. Emma picked up the photo with shaking hands. They want me to see this, she thought. They planned this moment. She turned the photo over slowly and saw a date written there, and below it one short sentence. Some lines should not be crossed. Emma sat down because her knees suddenly felt weak, and fear mixed with anger inside her chest. This started before Ben, she thought, before Daniel, before me. Her phone vibrated in her hand, and she gasped when she looked at the screen and saw an unknown number. She read the message more than once. Curiosity is dangerous. Her fear did not grow, but it changed into something sharper. Then why are you watching me? She thought. Why not silence me? Outside, a car engine started nearby and did not leave at once, so Emma stayed still and listened. In that moment, she understood one thing with certainty. This was no longer a warning. It was a test. The room felt quiet, but his mind was already moving too fast. The room felt quiet, but his mind was already moving too fast. The message from Saturday stayed strong in his head. The message from Saturday stayed strong in his head. I knew this would happen, he thought. I just hoped it would not be now. I knew this would happen, he thought. I just hoped it would not be now. Ben ran a small real estate and investment company in the city. Ben ran a small real estate and investment company in the city. He bought old properties and sold them later for profit. He bought old properties and sold them later for profit. I used to like mornings, he thought, before every day felt like a warning. I used to like mornings, he thought, before every day felt like a warning.
You came faster than I expected, and that already tells me something. You came faster than I expected, and that already tells me something. Innocent people always get close whether you want it or not. Innocent people always get close whether you want it or not.
I can still correct my mistakes if you let me. I can still correct my mistakes if you let me. You are using her to control me. You are using her to control me.
Outside, a car engine started nearby and did not leave at once. Outside, a car engine started nearby and did not leave at once. This was no longer a warning. It was a test. This was no longer a warning. It was a test.